Welcome back to Judith Plains, Montana. I'm BP, and this is the 555 Challenge. Good morning from September, guys. We have progressed. I am on my way back from the shop with another load of equipment. We have a fertilizer spreader and a plow. I was remembering that when you do corn, you have to plow between every harvest, so wanted to get that since it was on sale. The fertilizer spreader was not on sale, but it's something we need to get onto the grass field for today, so I wanted to go ahead and grab that right off the rip. Couple of quick updates on the farm. We ended last episode by putting in a manure heap back here behind the chicken coop. That was not connecting to the barn, unfortunately, so had to find a new one. This is not the best spot for a manure heap, but there's just no room back here at all. So we got a little one put in here, and we got 335 liters of manure overnight, really capturing a lot there and getting ahead in life. So we have to run up to the store to grab a couple of more things, so I figure we'll take the other truck to get everything loaded up. We're going to fertilize our grass field today to keep on top of that. So we need to pick up some fertilizer. I figure we may as well pick up some lime as well, as long as we're heading up there. And you guys, if you take a look down there, you can see there's a couple things we'll talk about later. But the Versatile's down there with our cultivator, cultivating the barley field, keeping it in good shape and getting ready to get planted, because technically we could plant barley in September. I'm not sure we're going to. We may wait till spring. I haven't found a planter or a seeder that I'm in love with. There's nothing great in the sale, and I'd like to get something. It's so tough. I want to get something that is of decent size so we can grow with the planter. I don't want to get anything huge like an air cart or anything like that, but anything that's like 4 to 6 meters. Like, realistically, we're on a 500 acre challenge here, guys. Like, we are not going to use a 4-meter seeder for very long, so I think it's a waste of money. So I don't know exactly what I want to pick up yet. It could be we may have to take a look and see about getting stuff planted, but we'll figure that out as we go. The plan for today: get the barley field cultivated. We need to get a cut on the clover using our Case Magnum and the Vicon mowers, and we need to run up to the shop and get the supplies to start doing field prep. So we're going to pick up probably a couple containers of fertilizer. Long term, I'd like to use manure and slurry. We just don't have enough now. We're going to have to it's going to take probably 6 to 12 months in buying some more animals to have enough to have that make sense. So we won't buy too much. And then I know we're going to need lime for a couple of the fields. So I figure we'll pick up some lime and just have it on the farm as well. So we'll jump in here, and then there's one other, well, technically 2 other little purchases we need to make in relation to what I added in down by the barley field. So we'll go see that in a minute. I do have a tedder down here. It was in the sale. It is the Colossus tedder, which I did verify is the exact same width as the Pottinger. So that's on sale. We're not taking that with us today, or at least on this trip. We just don't have the space. But it'll be here when we come back for another round with the Volvo, I'm sure. So I'm going to run into the shop, get a couple of things purchased, talk to these folks, and I'll catch you guys when we're loaded up and ready to head home. We are pulling out of the dealer, guys, and we got it all on the trailer. We got 8 bags of lime, 2 bags of fertilizer, a side-by-side, and a tanker. Now, the side-by-side and the tanker. Why did we pick those up today? One, they're fun. The side-by-side, I think, is going to be a blast. But more importantly, we put in a couple of greenhouses down by the barley field. And I got chicken in the road here. Watch out, guys. We got a heavy load. And we're getting passed on the left. So we put in a couple of greenhouses down by the barley field. Now, these are not your traditional fruit and vegetable greenhouses. These are specialty greenhouses that we're going to be raising, growing, producing artisan crops out of to make oils. So they're going to be part of our oil production, and they take water and manure. So once we get the cows up and running, we can use the manure in there to boost up the production as well. So we're going to use the side-by-side to pull this water tank down to our greenhouses and keep them topped off and happy. Now, in regards to the water tank, it does have a modified capacity. It is the standard Abbey water tank. However, it holds 20,000 liters, which is a bit more than the standard capacity. And you may say, well, you said the rules were standard capacity, and I agree, but I said base game, and this tanker comes with the Judith Plains map. It is base game for the map, so we are allowed to use it, which is a huge advantage, not having to go back and forth and grab water a whole bunch of times to keep our greenhouses topped off. So I'm excited to have that. So let's go ahead and get everything in here unloaded, and we'll run down to the greenhouses, get them filled up, check and see how that process is going to work. We don't currently have enough manure to really add and have it be worth anything, but we will eventually get to that stage. So, pulling into the farm here, probably could have parked the Volvo in a better spot, but, you know, we're just doing a lot of lawn driving these days, just sort of going wherever we want to go, however we want to do it. So, we're in here. Let's go ahead and get the ramps unfolded. Yikes, that's going to be painful. Get the straps off, turn off the truck, and hop out. So I think we want to throw a strap onto each of these as we pull the beast side by side off. So let's go ahead and start that process. Or did the beast? Yeah, the beast is going to be tangled in the straps. It was a great plan, guys. And now we got the flashlight out. Man, we are on our A game today. We'll get it all done. I just suspect the bags may fall out, but that's just the way it'll be, I guess. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so we have our beast side by side. We have our lime. Okay. Oh, this is actually our fertilizer, it looks like. Man, what is going on with the steering here, guys? Having a hard time with the trailer. We didn't before. Okay, let's disconnect everything and reconnect everything. And see if that gets us a little bit better steering, because we're not making the corner. There we go. The straps must have been conflicting with the tanker. So here we are, guys. The beast side by side, pulling our tanker down. We'll try a little in-cab driving as well. I figured we could use this to get some hay bales down to the sheep long term. Man, this thing is a blast. Look at this. We are flying. So I cut in a little road here, did a little bit of landscaping overnight. Here are our greenhouses. We did get it plumbed for some water. You can see right there we've got a spigot to get everything filled up. So we can fill up our tank with some water. I made it so there was a little bit of a turnaround down here. Go ahead and get that dumped so we can turn around and come back. The Versatile is making great work, man. That cultivated field is looking good. Probably going to need to get some sort of weed sprayer at some point as well, too. We'll have to figure that out. Want to get something, again, that's one of those pieces of equipment. The fertilizer sprayers are pretty basic. Get a nice wide spreading one and you're in good shape. But the weed sprayers, we want something we can grow with. But I also don't want to drop $500,000 on something that just does weed. That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. So let's get topped off one more time. I'm excited to have the beast. This thing looks good. Let's see what happens. What do we get? The lights. Yeah, we got a light bar down low, up top. That is cool. Got a 6x6 with the flatbed, so we can throw some bales on there. I'm excited to have this. I think we're gonna get good use out of it. So, jumping in here, let's get the water done, and let's head into our production menu. Well, guys, we're back, and I got to correct it. I put in the wrong greenhouses. The same mod, just grabbed the wrong ones. So, we are looking for canola, is what we want to have going here, so that we can get that into our oil production. We're going to crank up the production rate on that, and the same thing here. We're going to get that all set up, so we are good to go. So those will run. We could also do carrots and rice and parsnips and red beets and more rice and sugar beets and sunflowers. I guess we could do sunflowers too, right? That's not a bad production to have going. Sunflower oil and our canola oil. We're going to market it as local oil and artisan and all that kind of stuff. Get good money for it. So we will be good to go. Excellent. I'm going to probably leave the tanker down here. I don't see any reason to bring it back to the farm. We don't have any animals that require water, so that can just exist down here. And I think we're almost done getting the cultivating done on our barley field, which is exciting news. We can figure out what the next steps are going to be there. Yeah, zipping around in the beast is going to be the way to get around our farm. We have quite the lay of the land and not direct access to anything, so we will be using this extensively. So I think the next step for us is going to be getting the clover mode. So we'll jump out here. I do wonder if, I guess we could use the quad track to unload the plow. Got to get the plow unloaded and put away. Alright, so here we go, heading up to get the clover. We got chickens everywhere, guys. Love the chickens running around. Such a nice detail for the map. So, heading up here. I think we just pull right in, huh? Get close enough to an edge to make it worthwhile. Okay, I think that's a good spot as any. Make sure we have 2 headlands, no rounded corners. We'll generate that course. I don't think there's anything around the outside here. Which field is that again? 52. We'll go to mowing, save course, clover, 52. Good to go. And I want to see this guy get started. I don't know that I've done clover before, so this is a new and different experience for us. Okay. I was debating if we needed a windrow for these fields to get everything neatened up on the corners. Maybe we just go to rounded corners long term. Because like this little bit he's about to do is just not going to get picked up by the baler. We'll have to come back and get all of that manually, which isn't the end of the world. Just, you know, it'd be nice to be able to have the baler just do the work for us and not have to worry about chasing it. So we could windrow it and get it nice and neat if we wanted to. So, while that's going on, that is good news. We'll take a run down to the barley field. Been training for a marathon, guys. We're great runners. And the versatile looks like it is done. That is good news. We are just getting stuff knocked out today. We are working hard and getting things done. Let's head back up to the farm with the versatile. Get off the field so we're not leaving a bunch of ruts for planting. And I think we use the quad track to get the plow off of the trailer. and then we grab the new fertilizer spreader, and we have the fertilizer. We already unloaded it off the beast, and get it into the spreader and start spreading some fertilizer on our grass field. Not going to get another cut off the grass field this year, but we're going to have a lot to do in the spring, and I want to make sure that our fields are prepped and growing, because we have corn harvest coming up before the end of the year, and then we get into winter, and we need to be all set for that as well. So, not sure who would be coming down this road, since we own all the fields all around that intersection. All right, the cultivator, will that fit in our little garage over here? That is my question. Let's see. It might be tall. Let's see. We take a look. Ooh, it is going to be close. It doesn't quite fit. That's all right. I think we just tuck the cultivator right here. I'm not sure. Maybe that'll be the side-by-side door for the beast, parking it up for the winter. So maybe we'll just tuck the cultivator over here. All right, so that is done and good to go. We need to get this guy up to the Volvo. Not in the way, though, because the first order of business is going to be getting that plow off. So let's just get this tractor out in the middle of the field. Jump in here. We need to take the straps off. We're not going to put the ramp out because I don't want to knock the plow off until we have it attached. The quad track is going to be our plowing tractor. This will be a good test run to make sure everything fits and works. Okay. Tried to have them loaded at the shop with the connection here at the edge so we could just snag it. There we go. And just yank it off the side of the trailer. Now we got to get it up. Oh, we just plowed our grass field, guys. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay, well, mistakes were made. We will have to get that fixed. Oh, didn't think about that because I have the automatic raise of implements turned off. So it just spawned off the trailer when we connected it all the way down. I think we're just going to drop this in front of the gate down here. We're not using this cow barn yet. So, okay. Well, I am bummed about that spot on the grass field. That is not ideal. May have to find a planter today, sooner rather than later. But get the fertilizing process started first. Tuck it back in the garage. Okay. Now, let's see about getting the ramps down. And we had the fertilizer spreader put on the edge. Man, that is a scar in our grass field, and it has rocks. It's just, guys, that was not good. But that's the way farming is, I guess. You make mistakes. So, I had them load the fertilizer spreader right on the edge of the step deck in hopes that once again we could just get our tractor up on here and get connected and pull everything off. There is a really nice JCB front loader in the sale that I would love to pick up. It's pretty heavily discounted, but it's just so big. We just don't need it. But it would be great for loading and unloading equipment just like this. I just think it's more of a need, not a want. I'm sorry, a want, not a need. See? Convincing myself as I go. So let's put some fertilizer into our spreader. There is that new mod that came out this week where you can fill from multiple bags or points or stuff like this. I'm wondering if that was maybe something we should look into. Okay. So, fertilizing the grass field. This is the sulky. The reason we picked this has a nice 4,000 liter capacity, but it does 50-meter spreading as a mod hub base game spreader. So it is legitimate for what we're looking for. We want to do one headland, no rounded corners. Yeah, this is going to be a quick fertilizer. This is not a long field. So let's get a fertilizer folder started for us. And let's see, mowing, this is field 49. Save course, grass 49. All right, and we are rocking and rolling. I'm hoping we have enough fertilizer. Seems like he's going through it pretty darn quick. Well, we will check in with... Oh, goodness. We did the thing where we grabbed it. I don't know what that is about, guys, but I do not enjoy when we grab the implement when we get out of it, but we'll figure that out. Anywho, well, and that fertilized, that is 100%. Let's go check on our mower, and then we will see what we have time left for the rest of this episode. This may be about it. I gotta fix this. This is gonna drive me nuts. Rocks, and we got the grass field. That was just bad all around. Oh, perfect timing. So here comes the case. We have the Magnum has all the headlands done. Okay, so we're gonna need to do 2 headlands. Did we do 2 headlands? I thought we did 2 headlands. Okay, we did. I'm gonna say, because they're leaving a lot out there at the end. Okay, so this actually worked pretty well. It is mowing a little bit of grass at the back there, which is fine as long as it doesn't affect the bales. Just see what this guy's going to do. Okay, so now he's just on the ups and downs, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to let these guys work. You know, I might even do this. I might even put this one on a time lapse for you guys. Got the clover mowing done, guys. I'm on my second trip back from the shop. We have a case seeder and a Brendel lime spreader. My first trip, I actually took our pickup truck back. I had lime on it still and bought a bunch of seed and fertilizer and then kept the lime on there just to get us stocked up because we're going to get some stuff taken care of today. So... let's see real quick, get zoomed in here. Let's go ahead and get the straps off of everything. All right, hopefully the ramps got fully unfolded. They did. So here's our new Brendel lime spreader and our case cart planter. We did the pull behind, or I guess the pull between planter. I always think that works better with the AI workers than the pull behind. So... with that in mind, let's get the Brendel out or off the trailer. And we're going to put him right to work on the Magnum in our barley field. Drop our mower off just out of the way for a minute. Be back to grab that when we put it back away. Okay. Now, I did go... Loki's bulk fill mod had an update recently. I tried it previously and did not have success with it. I did not try it for very long, but I had either some sort of conflict or something else, and so I just didn't use it. But it has been updated recently, I think maybe last week or the week before, and I am interested to see if it is going to work in this scenario. So to make sure we get set up right, I'm going to grab one lime bag and just get it close so we can start filling and make sure we get lime, because there's also fertilizer on that trailer and I don't want to pull the fertilizer off. So once the lime is in, the way the bulk fill mod should work, which is available on Loki's GitHub site only, it should load the rest of these bags without me having to click every time one bag empties. So I gave it one click, we're filling, there's 3,000, we're halfway done with one bag, 4,000 should be a complete bag. Okay, and it's going to keep filling, so realistically I would have to click every bag to fill without this mod, and now we're able to bulk fill off the back of the trailer and just let it do its thing while we sit here, which is great. So I'm going to let him keep filling. I'm going to run back and grab the quad track and start unloading our planter, which we will also get filled up off of our trailer with seed and fertilizer. We'll do a quick repair. Wow, that rooster is taking off. We'll do a quick repair to the grass field where we had a little oopsie unloading the plow last episode, or was it this episode? I think it was earlier this episode. But we'll get that cleaned up, and then we will get the barley in the ground. So let's see that. Oh, perfect. I asked him to load it in order so I could just connect both up. So, case quad track, pulling the case planter. Let's get everything off the trailer. Beautiful. That worked really, really well. I'm going to leave that there for a second to go check on our Magnum. Alright, we are full. So let's get the Magnum down to the barley field to get the lime done, or at least started, while we get the planter filled up. Oh, there's our one little goat. Found him. Could hear him as we went by. I have to pick up more animals. Probably do that between episodes as well. So, run down here. Let's get situated on the field. And let's see what we get here. 2 headlands. Do we want to do 2? I feel like 1 should be sufficient. I don't mind if it has rounded corners when we do lime. We don't need it to be perfect. Go ahead and generate that course. Let's zoom in. Yeah, that should be good. Let's get him off and running. I guess it's a her this time. Very nice. That is working well. Cool. So we'll go back and grab the case quad track. Get it filled up with seed and fertilizer. We'll hit that one little grass spot real quick. Just fix our mistake. And then we'll head down to the barley field, which hopefully at that point will be done. And we can put this guy on it to get the barley planted. So let's just get in close. It's always fun with an articulated tractor with dual trailing implements. The hinging gets to be quite the math problem to figure out. Okay, so here's the question about bulk filling. We are filling up with seed, which is great. Will it auto switch over to fertilizer? I would think not, because you'd want to tell the machine specifically to fill with fertilizer. We don't want just to fill everything. But it might. We'll see. And we bought just enough seed, too. Okay. I mean, literally didn't even know that was... Do we have one extra bag? There's one extra bag of seed in there. Okay, so it did stop, which is good. So now let's fill it up with fertilizer. Do we have to switch? Let's see. Toggle bulk fill enabled. Yep, we have that. We have everything else. Unfold, select seed, refill tank. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe we have to clear the trigger because it's still thinking. Yeah, okay, so we come back out. Okay, yep, so it's still looking for seed even though it's full, and that's totally fine. I'd actually prefer that it gives us the choice and gives us the control versus it trying to decide what we want to do. So we need to find grass. Perfect. And it's switched over. Let's unfold to the cedar. And we're just putting grass in this one little spot here. As I said before, we had our little oopsie with our plow. We just get this spot right there. And that is it. All we need that to do. Going to drive this down to the barley field, and we are going to take a wide corner because there is no way this setup makes the corner with the stop signs. Yeah, it looks like we're on our second pass with the lime already, going on the ups and downs, which is good. Now, when you use like a big articulated tractor like this with a 2-implement drag planter, I like to do rounded corners. Now, I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit those corners with the cedar afterwards. But we don't want this guy backing up. That is a bad plan. When these guys try to back up, the cedar fertilizer cart gets jammed up and backed up, and we get in all kinds of trouble. So it's just better on a field like this to just give it rounded corners and then let it go. We also need to give it a lot more room to turn around. So we're going to go with 3 full headlands. We're going to go with 3 sets of rounded corners. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, we're going to have this huge corner down here we have to do, and that's fine. I would much rather it not get tangled up than anything else. So, coming in here, create new folder. This is a cedar. We are on field 50. Excellent. And the Magnum with the Brendel is making good progress. I wonder how much lime we have left. You always burn through so much lime. I'll have to see if there's a lime production on the map because we do have field stones turned on. And when we go to like plow our cornfield, we're going to have a lot of stones, and if there isn't a lime production, then maybe we add one just to be able to make our own lime, because it's not a terribly expensive thing to buy, but it's when you're buying so much of it, it becomes a bit of a nuisance. So yeah, we are definitely cutting those corners on the rounding. So we will get the Brendel down here and finished up. And then we will let this guy go, and that'll probably be a wrap on the episode, guys. Let's see if we can avoid a collision here. Come on, Magnum, you got to go faster. You can do it. Go, 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 go. Okay, got it, good. The Brendel was just about to get clipped. I'm interested to see how wide it takes this corner. The one down here, very acute corner. And it looked like from the, oh yeah, it's cutting a huge amount out. It does not like that corner at all. Okay, that's fine. We'll come back and get it. Doing a little bit manually is not a problem. And we're barely using any seed, and even the fertilizer's not going down that fast. So this is turned out to be a nice setup. Pulls easy behind the quad track. Looking good. All right. I think we are in business. I'm going to make sure, where is the, oh, the Magnum has one more pass. This is going to be pretty close to overlapping. You know what, let's just pause. Let's just pause, let's not have an incident. Let's let the Magnum come through. There's no point in having a wreck. And then let's just make sure the Magnum is going to get pulled off the field when we're done. And are you going to return to your start point? I think you are. Nice. Okay. This was a very successful episode, guys. We're going to call it there. We got a lot of new equipment. The Brendel, the case planter, the Beast. We got the greenhouses up and running. We're going to have oil production going for next episode. We're ready to go. So I'm excited the way this is turning out. Leave me a comment down below. How do you think it's going? What do you think we should do? Any ideas on how to make some money? And thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos. And we'll see you in the next one.